Hey everybody, it's Tanya. How's it going? We get our special guests here, Hannah and Karina. Hold on, let me get you guys up here. Invite to speak. I think my co-host is having issue with his internet, but I don't know. I invite you guys to speak. Can you grab the mic, or I hope it works. And we're live right now. Full disclosure. Quick housekeeping. If you grab this mic, know that you're being recorded and live streamed to Six Social Network, and that you're agreeing for us to use your picture and audio for future any type of promo, especially for Ugly Bunny NFT, because I cut it up as little snippets and I write a blog about it. So just FYI. Hey, good afternoon. We finally are here. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
This guilt feeling about Sunday. I was like, ah, and I'm so glad that you guys are like, okay, we'll do this. So, oh my God, I was like, I cannot believe this has happened. And nothing worked. I was afraid that nothing would work today either, but I've been on space all morning just to make sure that everything works. So it works. So welcome to NFTs for a Cause. And let me go ahead and start. We are live right now. Like I said, it's also on social chats, Twitter live. And if and then we share this out. And this space is recorded. And again, this is NFTs for a Cause. This would be our actually a first episode. We did a one for Christmas. We featured Wayne. That was incredible, and it was very privileged to get a chance to meet him. And I think through Wayne's group, I was able to meet Hannah and also Katrina. I think that's how where we met, right? We were in Wayne's space, and you guys were talking to me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like one thing I'm obsessed about. One thing that I always talk about is helping children with lunch and school supplies. I just believe that we live in the world in the 21st century. School teachers should not be getting a second job so that they can go buy school supplies and also help their friend. As someone myself personally grew up very poor, one of the worst thing I ever had was having to go to school and knowing other people know that I am one of those kids that couldn't afford it. I had to get lunch, right? But it was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, actually. I was so embarrassed. It was like one of those things that you didn't want people to know. But I always felt like, what if there was a fund that gave free lunch to all the kids, no matter how rich, poor, whatever. They all have the same type of meal, healthy meal. They all sit down together. They don't have that whole class situation. So I did a whole show up space on this. And then when I had a chance to meet with Hannah, I'm like, we haven't even met really. We would talk about one time. And I just love her story. And I was like, my God, your message is what my message is about too. But the fact that when I researched her on her website and her project, I was just so impressed and in awe. I have chills talking about this, by the way. So, Hannah, can you tell us a little about yourself and your teammate, Katrina, and then you guys can come up and talk and kind of share your story and why you do this and why you're doing this, because it's a kind of example that I hope that more people will be doing this, because you don't need to go donate thousands of dollars for a nonprofit. It's create your own giving. You give back within yourself and you help others. So, but before I let you do that, I want to say hello to my co-host, Carlos. I missed you. Oh my God, I missed Carlos. We just like send each other voice messages on WhatsApp. That's how we talk to each other. So sometimes we get on the phone. But how are you, Carlos? He'll pop in 2 seconds. And also, I want to say hi to my co-host. Actually, he's the founder of Crypto God Louis. Crypto God Louis has Louis and Music and MTs every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you guys know, I actually missed that one too on Sunday, last Sunday. So he's here today, and we host one too. And then I also had made a new friend, CloudX. He's from Nigeria. He's a musician, great music. So CloudX, that's Crypto God Louis in a space. We host a music NFT every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please pop in. And Wester Jack, thank you for being here. And Barry, welcome. And Terry. Oh, hi, Terry. Thank you for being here. Oh, Terry's part of, let's invite Terry up too. Invite to speak. She's part of the Ugly Bunny NFT. And Carlos will open the mic. He's in Venezuela right now, so I'm just happy he's here. So, okay, Hannah, the mic is yours. After I say hi to everybody, if everybody could please retweet this space. I'd love to get more people in here. And also, the fact that, she's been I mean, I'm so impressed with you guys. You guys are really cranking it. I've been like, oh my God, 2 for 1, that type of deal. I freaking love it. So, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing really good, and I really appreciate that as well. It means a lot.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself and what made you decided to join us. Like, tell us how did you get an NFT? How'd you get here? And I wanted also to say hello to my co-host too. We do beauty social chats. We got to get back into it. Queen Kara, she's here too. Hey, Kara. Um, I was trying to give her a high five here.
Yeah, so I got into NFTs because of my dad and my grandma. They were pretty big into NFTs, and I just heard them in all kinds of spaces and AMAs and stuff like that, and I just kind of got into it. It just started to interest me more. I'd listen to it, and then I'd start asking questions. So I actually got in around the crypto side, and because I used to draw for my sister. That's kind of where the Ugly Bunnies started, was from a doodle that I made for my sister. And I wanted to help with donating to schools for lunch, food, and supplies, because overall I think it's a problem that not a lot of people actually know about. So to bring awareness to and help with and hopefully take nationwide is the goal that I have with my project. And it's honestly so sad to find out that there's over $19.2 million in debt since just January alone. And all the stories of the kids' food being thrown away in front of the whole cafeteria is like honestly heartbreaking. I'd read so many different stories. I even have a post on my feed where they're talking about it, and the amount of people that quit their jobs because they can't see it anymore. It's too heartbreaking. It's just incredibly painful for me to hear, because I had so many friends that also had that problem. My dad would pack extra lunches so that I could bring them to my friends, just so that he could try to help as well. So, just to bring awareness to this problem is my main goal overall.
And I really believe that you can, because I think it just starts with your community, right? So I look forward to watching you grow and also being able to tell your story. So, Katrina, tell us about yourself and the Gorilla Gang and everything, and the fact that you're part of the project. You joined force with her. Tell us.
Hello, my name is Katrina. I'm fairly new to Twitter and NFTs in the scheme of things. I think I came over to Twitter in like somewhere around June of 2022, and I had seen Hannah in Spaces and was so impressed with what she was doing, and at her age, the fact that she has the 4 sold out projects, she's on her 5th project, she's trying to give back to the kids. Those kind of things really sit very well with me. Of course, I have a big heart, and they asked me to come on, so I've been with Ugly Bunny now a couple weeks, and I really love it. I love to be a part of it, and I enjoy Hannah and her grandma Terry and the people that come into our rooms, and the fact that we're just trying to do something good.
I love it. You guys are speaking my language. I really appreciate you for being here. I think it's really important that they say that eating a proper healthy meal is important, but also eating a meal and sharing is a connection of friends and strangers and everything. I mean, that's one thing. Lunch is the most important day for kids. And the fact to hear that where we are in our time to 21st century, to say that children needs to go without, it's unheard of. I don't know. Back when I came over here, when I was 8 years old, 1975. I'm telling you right now. I mean, it was very embarrassing. I can't imagine what it is like today. And then that we are going through this kind of food shortage. Where they're like, people don't like it's really bad out there. I mean, I'm very grateful for my abundance in a sense, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm filthy rich, but I'm just saying there's people. We're in America. You think people think when they come to America that the streets are made of gold? There's so many stuff that are happening, but there's so many things in the community where if you look at it and just like help just to give, even if you were able to buy, on your project, able to buy 1 year lunch or one season, or 3 months or 90 days or how many you want lunch wise, but you can turn around and create a movement. It only takes one time to start. So tell us about your art, and tell us about what is involved in your art, and what made you decide to go with Ugly Bunny, besides this is Year of the Bunny, Year of the Rabbit, actually. It's one of the most incredible year. So tell us about that. And did you mean to do that, to get to start working on bunny, or did you always love bunnies?
Oh, I've always loved bunnies. This project started before the Year of the Rabbit, and I'm gonna be honest. Until I saw all the posts, I didn't even know it was the Year of the Rabbit. Like, that was something that was just like it didn't even dawn on me, But right now I have a collection out called the UB Space Bots, which is an all-female collection minting at 0.01. And the collection that I have out now, and my previous collection, the Apocalyptic Bunnies, are now stakeable. And I also have passes that I'm minting on Polygon, which gives you free merch, free airdrops, free coffee, which is replenished monthly, and various other things that you can also pay with credit card, debit card, or basically any form of payment through my website, which is linked in my bio. Honestly, this collection is one of my favorite ones. It's very colorful, it's in space, and all of my, collections are tied together in some way. With this one, it has a little bit of a story based off of my apocalypse ones, where they went up to fight the people that caused the apocalypse to begin with on our planet. So, and I'm also hopefully coming out this summer with a trading card game, which will have all of the collections put together and used in some way, so that there's an extra utility for, all the holders, and, even a way to bring back more money for, the cause that I have as well.
So how many pieces are in your whole project? I don't even.
Yeah, so with this collection, it's a 2,500 piece collection. Right now, I think available there is 650. I'm currently adding the next 500, but there's 650 available to mint right now. But overall, there's 2,500.
Are they all on Ethereum, or what do they on?
Yes, they are all on ETH.
And you can get them from OpenSea, right?
No, so I have a mint site that's also linked in my bio. It's through NiftyKit.
Oh yeah, they're awesome, actually.
Yeah, I honestly love NiftyKit. It's just so easy, and because I'm not very good with coding, I've never learned it, and I wanted to do an actual mint site for people to buy off of. In this way, it helped me, basically set it up and just have everything ready, so I could just add the NFTs and everything like that. So it works very well.
I have a lot more questions to ask you, but besides that, I know I want to talk a little bit more also your merch and your coffee, and so we're gonna go. We got a lot to cover. And also, I'm on your website. I'm getting ready to share it out to everybody. It's UglyBunnyNFT.com. So can you tell me a little bit about your silver UB VIP passes? Oh, you had silver, gold, platinum, diamond. I love your marketing. Oh my God, I love your website too. And then you have the UB Bunny Pass. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so with those, there's different tiers that give you certain things. So like, the smallest one wouldn't give you a whole lot, but still good. Like, you can get free airdrops to any collection that I have in the future. And if you got the Diamond Pass, which is the biggest one and best one, you'd get them for life. So every collection I came out with, you'd get 2 free airdrops. You get free merch plus percentages off on some of the passes. So with those, it basically just depends on which one you get, on how much you get. Some of them have, coffee that's replenished, and then some of them just have it to where you can get coffee. There's all kinds of different merch, posters, stuff like that you can get with it. So there's a lot of different benefits and free stuff that you can get with it that I think is a really big bonus for people. That way you're getting free merch, plus airdrops, plus all kinds of different other things without actually having to go on and buy everything separately.
I love packages. Wow. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to share your about us. I'm going to put it underneath the speech bubble. I love that whole thing. And you know what I love about your whole story is the fact that you can, your dad and your grandmother. Tell us about that. How cool is that? That is freaking awesome, actually. That should be written into a story, when families do NFTs together. You know what I'm saying? That stays together.
Yeah, honestly, they've been helping me through my NFT journey. Like, they're always in spaces, and actually right now they're both in this space, like right now. So, they've been helping me with like so much. My grandma has been in spaces and she'll talk about my project and some of the spaces she goes into. And, my dad's there just in case anybody messes with me or anything. So he's like there watching over, so they've been there the entire time. And when I first got into NFTs, any questions that I would have about it, they'd answer it, like, because my dad was super big into a group called the Zoj. So, I just sit there and listen to him on his phone, in this space, and I'd be like, what is this about? And he'd explain it to me, he'd put it on the TV and everything. So they've explained a lot to me. So now I'm starting to understand it. I mean, there's still a few things that I'm learning, but overall, they've taught me a lot with NFTs.
That's really cool, by the way.
Hello, Tonya. I would like to add
Hi.
that I finally can speak. I would like to add that this is so. I do agree totally with you. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and it's very unusual to have this NFT being worked in a family way, just like you all together, father, mother, and the rest of the. I think that she's not doing NFTs in the sense of. I mean, she's not doing non-fungible tokens, but she's doing NFT, which means nice family tokens, NFT.
I love that.
Nice family tokens. Congratulations for that.
Thank you. That has a nice ring to it. I like that.
That should be another, group project together. So, Clara, what's up? Hi. You have a question? We weren't ready to do questions yet, but I just want to pop up and do the mic. But did you have a question?
Yeah, actually. So the question is for Ugly Bunny actually. So you mentioned something about your dad being in some kind of a group. I don't know. Is it more like a public group that someone can actually check out and follow up from there, or it's some like a private group or something? And I didn't actually get the name. So if it's something that you can just repeat and or recap on, I would like to know. Yeah, that's just what I want to say. Thank you.
So the group that I was talking about is a project. So I think if you just look it up, it's spelled BEZOGE. So you can follow all their stuff. I mean, they're very active and they have a public account. So it's just a community of people that, are doing tokens and, NFTs and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Sorry. Come again. GEZ. What again? Sorry.
It's BEZOGE.
So, can you tell me a little bit about some of your stuff on your website? Because I'm kind of like curious. So, like your custom OG Ugly Bunny NFTs. Tell us about them. They're so cute.
Yeah, so that's something I did for, well, I still do them now. I mean, I run promos where like you can get free ones, but it was a part of my OG collection, where you can just customize a bunny that you want. So I can do basically anything. If you want a theme, or if you want certain items on it, I can basically create anything on it, as long as you give me either a reference photo or just ideas that you have. I recently made a mushroom one, which was pretty cute. It's on the collection. If you were to just look up Ugly Bunny, you'd find the collection, and the most recent ones that were created are the custom ones. So I got to make a mushroom one, which is pretty cute. I just love the custom ones too, because it's ideas that I never thought of when I was making them. So sometimes to see what other people's ideas of what they would have wanted is really cool too, because I was really into like mushrooms and stuff like that, like, those cute little cartoons, but I never thought of it until somebody asked for a custom of it. So they're honestly one of my favorite things to make.
They're so cute, by the way. I'm like looking at them. And you know what I love the most is that you have merch. I don't know about you guys, but I love merch. I think every project should have merch. I think Crypto God Louis does a really good job in his merch too, because he really researches and and find out what people want, and he really works with his fans. So that's why I love the fact that you have merch. I think merch is important, and then you have baby long sleeve. Oh, so cute. And then there's a baby beanie too. Tell us about that. And then I want to touch on the coffee too, and what inspire you, because it's very you are an entrepreneur and you're a businesswoman, and I'm just so impressed with you. And I'm just like, I have never seen such an organized collection like this. Like you literally have A to Z.
Yeah, honestly, I love the merch. There are so many things that I love. I have, puzzles where you can get one of your NFTs as a puzzle. I also have bucket hats, which are personally my favorite thing on the merch store. I love the merch because it's very simple but nice looking, so anybody can wear them. I love all the hoodies. I also have custom shirts where you can get your NFT on it. There's just so many different things that I'm obsessed with on there. Like, I also have a suitcase, which I love so much. There's phone cases and everything. So there's so many different things that are like really cool on there, and they look amazing. So I love them. And plus, underneath it shows you what it's made with and everything. It tells you where it's made. So, you even have information on that, which is really nice to have.
Oh my god, the suitcase is so cute. How big is that suitcase? So cute. And I also like the way your your brand, just the way the rabbit's done. Was something that you sketch yourself, or how did you came about with that? That's really cool looking. It's very catchy.
Yeah, so the logo I did sketch myself. It was just something that I wanted to do that was pretty simple, and it just looks nice and classy. So I love it. I made the logo for my apocalyptic ones as well. I have different colors for it. I have, a UB logo, which is blue, and then my apocalyptic one, which is kind of orangish, brown, and then like the basic logo, which is on my profile right now, which is the white.
I'm in the process of sharing the little cute little suitcase. Some certain things people like look at stuff and they'll be like, oh, this is cute. This is, I mean, maybe when I had like my nephew and niece when they were little, I would definitely grab one of the little baby beanie, because I don't think a lot of time people don't quite understand. Like we do t-shirts and hats and stuff, but it's such a nice gift ideas too, especially if someone's having a baby something, and it's kind of cool to order too. I think so it is. And then also, children's cool stuff. I think it's stuff like this kids love and they wear it, because I think it's a cool look.
Yeah, I wanted to do the things for the kids, because not only am I donating towards kids, so it's a little thing there, but being in NFTs, I've learned there are so many people that have young children. And I was like, I don't usually see a lot of merch stores that have things for little kids and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be something new to add, because there were so many people that would come in my spaces when I'd tell them that I was making merch, and they'd be like, "Oh, it'd be so cute if you could make like a little onesie for kids with your, OG ones, because they're super adorable." And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that, and they just look so cute, and I love them.
So have you done any in-person and real-life events and stuff for your projects? Because this is kind of stuff that you can pull your neighbor and your family. Everybody can be involved. This looks really good. It's a family, like it's a family project.
Yeah, so far I haven't done any IRL events, but I am thinking of doing it, later this year. But I am planning to do stuff like that, I just haven't quite gotten there yet.
How long does it take you from when someone asks you for making to make a custom-made bunny until it's ready and person can get it? How long usually takes for you?
I would say, depending on what they ask for, it can take anywhere from 24 hours to a week. It just depends on how detailed it is.
Because in case I could do it, I am living in Venezuela in South America, so we have some problem with finances and to purchasing things abroad and stuff. But in case I could be totally free and I would love to order you a custom made one. And you know what I will ask you to do? I would love to have a bunny holding a carrot and the bunny telling the carrot, I promise I will never use you as food. You'll always be my friend. I will never devour you.
Oh my God, I love that. That is so great.
That should definitely be an NFT. You can make it into a little. You can make it on, like a little cartoon wise. Because I know you talking about collecting cards, but I mean, I like with your brand and your whole stories and the merch, and I can totally see this. And like I always tell a lot of the artists and with their project and everything, you dream it, you can create it. And I see yours is like really cute. So I have to share my suitcase. I really love this suitcase. So cute. Here, I'm gonna pin it. Like, how big is that suitcase? Like, is it one of those little ones? It's so cute.
It's one of the carry-on suitcases.
And have you get in contact with the people in the schools, the kids in the schools, being helped by the project directly in a presential basis, or you or is more in the distance because you are helping people far away from where you are?
Yeah, so I have contacted schools in person. So the one that I'm closest to, I actually went to in person to donate to and everything. To the ones that I'm further away from, I can't donate in person to those ones, but I am contacting them through the phone and everything like that just to get in touch with them. But the one that's right across the river from me, I do go to in person.
And what's the best reaction you have got in person from a kid regarding your job?
Well, I can't actually talk to the kids. I do talk to the people that work there, and I would say the one reaction that is the best one. Well, not really the best, but like um, one of them was crying. Basically, they said they don't get any help here. Across the river, they get all kinds of help, but they don't really get donations here. They don't really get help from the state. Nothing. So they said this is
Wow, wow,
something.
wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, it honestly was just like breaking my heart. This lady was basically in tears, like, "Are you serious? Are you sure you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was just so thankful. She kept telling me, "Thank you," and I was just like,
Stop, stop that story. You are getting tears into my eyes too, listening to that. Wow, wow. It's so good to make other people feel happy like that. Wow. God bless you.
You know, I'm kind of curious. So when you tell your friends this is what you're doing now, what did they think? Did they even know what you're talking about?
So they're not really into NFTs and stuff, but when they hear what I'm doing, they think it's great because, some of my friends that I still talk to do have that issue and they're just in awe that I'm even doing this kind of stuff. So they're always so happy that I'm doing this because a lot of the kids that were in our schools didn't really care about that kind of stuff. So, a lot of my friends just think it's so great what I'm doing and it's also heartbreaking that the school that I go to in person also said they're having problems where a lot of the kids there are homeless as well. So they're trying to get me contact information so that I can help with that too. Because that's also a massive issue there. They don't have clothes for them, they don't have anywhere to sleep. So to help with that as well would be a big thing for them. So that's also going to be something that I'm helping with as well.
So do you have all your stuff set up as far as the secondary market, all that stuff? If somebody was to buy an NFT and then put it back up on the market, how does that work?
Yeah, so it's all set up where people can sell them on OpenSea and everything like that. I mean, so far nobody's tried to do any secondary sales, but it is set up to where people can do it. My old collection, a lot of people are trying to do it as well. So it is all set up to where people can get sales on the secondary market and sell their stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I remember Carlos and I actually had them on our show, but I got the first there called the Social Bees. I don't know if you heard of them or not, but it started out. I got one, and I was like, "Hey, why do I want one?" Like, I don't know. I actually forgot about it, but 2 weeks ago it's up to $1,700, 1,700. I recorded it. It went up a couple times, $1,700. But I love the secondary market. They were like that. We only when I was involved with them, like not involved, but when I first met the team, they were like really cool, and then they gave us one. They gave me one, so I just kind of hung on. I didn't even like. And then there's someone is going around trying to buy them because they're like on the weekend the prices go up like crazy, like 1,700, 3,000, and again, it's also depending on the gas fees and everything too, right? So I'm gonna say guess who's here, Carlos? The meaning's here. I just gave her the mic, but I think I see your project going far. I'm telling you, just keep doing it, and everything you're doing so far. I see all your promo. I see you sitting in spaces. You're doing like you're doing, and look at your website. You have the credit card and everything set up. I mean, I've been like I said, I do communication and I build web development. I do all that stuff, but I've never ever met anyone so far. Like really, I've seen a lot of people have website and stuff, but you're like on point. You can and also I know we kind of mentioned it earlier about the Ugly Bunny space bots. Did you want to about the trading card and stuff? Because I want to kind of like touch base on that before we mentioned it, but I want to like further more on the artwork. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so they're all one of ones, they're all very detailed. There is rarities to it, so there's legendary, there's epic, there's rare, there's commons, and then there's one that's above legendary, which is the goddess. And she's beautiful. I mean, she's one of my favorite ones. So there's rarities to it, and they all just look so great. There's different colors. There's ones that are gold, there's ones that are black, there are ones, that are purple, pink, blue, all of them. And I just think they're so pretty. There's slight animations to them. Some of them have black holes and stuff like that. So, and plus they're AI hybrid. So I do some of the touches myself. plus I have AI in there and, the animation. So there's a lot of different details in it that is just incredible to me. I got into AI around my third project that I made. And, I've just been in love with it ever since. But I always like doing the hand-drawn stuff as well. So I wanted to tie those two together and then just add animation for, an extra touch.
Will you be collaborating with other people? Because I always think that artists should also collaborate with music NFT artists and also Film 3 artists. Especially now, I think it's a great time to collaborate. It's great to do, I call it co-branding. That's why I always tell people, like, whatever you do in life, try to co-brand with somebody. Some people will be like, what? What does that mean? I mean, it means like you go into a project together and you split together and you do the same amount of work. You just kind of like break up the whole project. You have your project, you have their project, but you're co-branding together as a project. So will you be working with any like musicians or anything, or Film 3 people?
Yeah, so I have done a collaboration with someone named Rich Lynn where we put, our two kind of ways of drawing together onto a panda. She wanted to see my form of art on her art, and we did a collaboration piece with that. And I am in the talks with doing collaborations with like different projects. It's just, finishing it up and figuring out what we want to do. As a music artist, we are still in the talks for some of those. We're trying to find some that maybe could do a mint party with me and, do collaborations on that aspect. So there are talks of doing collaborations.
I think collaboration is the key. I think it makes the teamwork, and especially that's what it's so special about the NFT community, the collaboration, the people, the Web3. I really want to say community. People getting together and just from all over the world and just connecting and sharing and vibing on each other's music, your art, your poetry. I mean, it's so rich. When I talk about it, I scare my friends actually. Because my friends. I think I'm like so hyper. I'm so like, oh my god, and then metaverse and Web3 and then NFT and like I stream this stuff, and some people have already like kind of like caught on, like understood what I'm saying. And it's it's a funny thing is so far as most of the people that really understand science of this are the people who are like owners of businesses, and like they're saying, oh yeah, this is a must be. The people should be, they're going to be investing a lot. So I feel like we're all in it right now at the perfect time because we're meant to be here. But I feel like, a lot of the artists, NFT artists, a lot of, the ones I met along the way, the ones that stick around, they stick around, and everything you do, nothing is easy, right? But if you put your heart on sweat and you show up no matter what, you talk about your work, you're proud of it, you help others help you, you create a community, it goes up. And I always use these examples because Carlos and I have literally documented different projects. Right, Carlos, we did Typical Tiger. We had them on.
The volcano in the islands in the Pacific. That was a wonderful one because they had the help of Caritas too to help to send the help and many things. I mean, it's really. I remember this friend from people after who had been sexually abused and needed special mental health treatment and help. All ways, I mean, from all walks of life, in less than a year. We have been blessed with this totally incredible universe, of friends and people who wanted to help other friends and other people.
And also the meaning is here too. The meaning actually had her music NFT, and if you purchase it, it was donated to grow a tree actually. So hi the meaning, and so she was on our space, and we actually cut it up and did all bunch of stuff. So,
but I don't see. I cannot see the meaning here.
She's right there underneath you. I know.
But maybe she's.
Yeah,
Okay. I saw you saying hello. Yeah. Yes. Now I can see you.
I just want to shout out everybody. Hey, everybody. Ugly Bunny, yo, oh my God, like
Go
I
ahead.
love the space bots. I'm kind of like big on like bots and anything that's kind of body and space and sci-fi. So I love the purpose behind it because it's really close to home. Um, yeah, I'm definitely considering minting. I'm kind of broke right now. I hate to use that term. Let's just say I'm overcoming a cash flow problem. But I would love to mint. I really would.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
So
I,
how
I
much is it for the starting price to mint? Did we talk about? I think we did, right?
Yeah, it's 0.01, which I think is around $15 right now.
That's not bad. That's really good,
I
actually.
just found $10 in my Cash App. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I'm pretty close. But you've got to purchase at least like 50 of ETH to like even like you know what I mean? Like when you're buying ETH. So it's like, but I bookmarked it so I can kind of like just like keep tabs. And I retweeted your post, and I'm about to tag like 3 people. I'm hoping to win me a space bot. They're so cool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. When is your next space? Because you look like your next space is pretty big.
Yeah, so the next space that I'm on today is it starts at 2 p.m., but I can really come in whenever. That's with someone I know named Tricky. He also has a project. He's pretty cool. He comes in a lot of my spaces and just hangs out. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I pinned it up there if anybody wants to set a reminder and join. Katrina, the mic is yours.
Hi, I just wanted to remind everybody too that we've added staking, so you're able to stake your bunnies and earn merchandise or Ethereum from them as well. And it's also it's just another way to keep giving back to the project as well as giving back to yourself. So I just really kind of wanted to point that out, because 40% of the purchases do go towards the kids, providing their lunch debt and their school supplies and things that are needed. So it's just so important. So Hannah's been working really hard to add utility and things like that. And yeah, the main utility is giving back to the kids, of course, but we wanted to be able to reward our holders.
Oh my God, they're staking. I've got to get one of these. I love staking. I love it.
So we got about like 12 minutes. I went ahead and invite everybody up. Go ahead and then grab the mic and we can ask some more questions and we can close out the space. But I'm so excited about your project and I'm so like, I'm like, wow, that's all I have to say. I'm like lost of word actually. Wow, and then that's hard to do.
Hello
Yeah,
there.
shout out to your smart contract, the person that wrote it. Cause yeah, and shout out to the people that funded that because that's costly.
Dario, I think the mic is yours, Jahan.
Oh yeah, sorry for interrupt here. Well, have a great day. Happy New Year, Carlos, Tony, of course. Ugly Bunny, Hannah, right? I have to congratulate you for so far. I've been listening to you. This is going for a course, right? I came here late. I'm not too, into the subject right now, but I had to already, reading all the stuff, and of course, hear you, Tonya, Ugly Bunny. That's fantastic, because my sister, work with this NFT project, and it's a beautiful course, and of course, it's incredible. And I have to congratulate you. And I will be here. I have a little bit suggestion for Tonya. What why you don't go to Clubhouse and you did to try to do this kind of work or something in Clubhouse? Because I was there in in the morning talking about these kind of things, and in Twitter Space it's so quite different from Clubhouse. You have
Oh yeah,
been
no,
there?
actually, I'm actually one of the early adopter to Clubhouse. I wasn't really, you know what it was? I had a bad experience. I have this thing. I have this thing about empowerment. I don't like people talking, like reprimanding someone in an open space when the mic is on. I don't like people doing, and I am who I am because I don't give a shit. Like my attitude in life is like, you're not paying my bills, doing anything. I don't give a crap. But if you give me a bad experience, I'm not coming back. So I still am there. But I had a really bad experience with someone, and she was just, and I didn't realize it. She makes money off of people paying her to teach them how to podcast. I'm like one of those free spirits, when you care, you share. I care, I share. So I popped in, didn't even know anything. I'm like one of it was back in like it was January of 2021 or some shit. It was like early day. And this woman, the one that found it there, she went, oh my gosh, she removed me. She gave me the mic, and I was just like started telling people like, don't worry about that. Just go and turn on your go on, do this live and share the screen and live stream and stuff without like, because I say if you don't understand, if you don't know how to do something, just research, try it. And she was there really just to try to get people to pay her. And the funny thing was this woman followed me, and I follow her on Twitter because of what I do. And we know each other. I didn't even realize that it was her and then I was like, she made me mad. It takes me a lot to make me mad, and either because my menopause was kicking in really hard that day or whatever. But I told myself this is not the community I want to build. So
I
I
have never ever heard you to be mad on a public Twitter space ever in 1 year. Never.
Oh, I don't show that I'm mad, but I didn't even get cancer. The woman removed me because when I start telling people just do it doesn't cost anything, she went boop. I got kicked off that, and then she proceeded to like talk shit about me. So I was like, whatever, I'm never gonna see you again. And if I do, I'll be probably speaking in your group or wherever. But I don't do Clubhouse that much. I have the ability to. I have the equipment. I have the software to do Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces at the same time. I'm in this private group and all this other stuff. But no, I really love the Twitter Spaces community. It's just because it's the people that I hung out during the pandemic and just learning about everything and being part of a community. I mean, that's why I would never leave Twitter.
Who said?
Yeah, well,
Who's talking about Clubhouse? John? Jan?
Jan.
Jan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I know it's you now. I am without my glasses because my eyes were aching. I have been suffering several things with my eyes, the retina detachment, cataracts. Yeah, my eyes have been bothering me a little bit. Thank God I'm closer to normal. But I wanted to ask you, what are the three main characteristics, or say just one, the main reason or the main characteristic why you do recommend or you recommend that people should give a try to Clubhouse? Because happened something similar like Tonya. I started in Clubhouse like in about this day last year, and then I entered a lot of groups and stuff. But there is something, like when I think that the most fascinating thing about Twitter Space first is the brain and the mental benefit that when you're in a Twitter Space, usually you are not scrolling. And I am totally worried about my son, my family, everybody I know and I love and appreciate, about the scrolling without control. because that is a brain destroying, a cell brain destroyer. I mean, to be all day pushing that thumb up, looking things in Instagram, in Twitter, whatever. I mean, that's criminal for your brain, okay? And I'm not, I mean, I don't need to back up my words. Just get it in Google and Google it, and you will find it. It's terrible for your brain. So the first benefit of being no matter if you are in Clubhouse or in a Twitter space, is that you are calm down. I mean, you're calming your brain. It's just like you're dropped down from a train who was about to derail and going, passing a station, and then let's stop here. Okay, now we have been here for almost an hour. Our brain is just watching one screen. We are all blessed in our brain, better eating brain situation. You know what I mean? But besides that, what I didn't like, even when Clubhouse and Twitter Space are similar on that, is that Clubhouse is more, the wonderful thing of Twitter Space or audio, social audio, it's like you can be in pajamas, you can be without makeup if you're a woman, and I mean, you or whatever. I mean, it's such a comfortable thing. But somehow Clubhouse achieves the difficult task of making me feel a bit uncomfortable being in Clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's like I should have to dress my brain and make up my brain to be to deserve being accepted in Clubhouse. You need to earn some kind of a special acceptation, approval. You know what I mean? So that's what I didn't like. So that's what I have been more than 9 months now that I don't step my foot on Clubhouse.
Well, Tony and Carlos, I have a similar experience about that. Sorry for hear that. I know for sure, yeah, it's a very toxic place in there. But if you can, manage that, you can pull it out. I think you can get through it. I know what happened. I know what is happening in there. I love more Twitter space more than Clubhouse, But here for you, for Ugly Bunny, for the Twitter spaces, and of course, what are you doing for the merchandise? It's so beautiful. I have to congratulate you again, of course. In fact, I want to, you have a client here. I'm in England, of course, but I want to, I want to put some money in that. Really, 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 I don't even care about that because it's something that I can watch some quality. I hearing Carlos, you're just speaking at the same time. I just watching all your merchandise. Say, wow, this is incredible. It's amazing. But in other terms, talking about Clubhouse situation, oh man, oh blimey, blimey is como en Venezuela, carajo, in Spanish. Well,
Okay, I get you.
yeah, well, English people.
I have been a Venezuelan only 61 years of my life.
Oh my God, I know for sure you were in my house. I remember you. I told you the day before. I'm Venezuelan as well. You know what? But that it's not the subject here. Is about UglyBunnyNFT, and yeah, I want to do it. I will, in fact, I will share that with my sister. She's on Canada in Vancouver. She's a graphic designer, and she will love this because if I watch it, I saw it, I know for sure she will love it. That will, like elation, the word elation, a boost. That, and that's why I was talking about Clubhouse. But yeah,
Elation for me is kind of a relaxation after running a marathon or something like that.
Oh well, it's anyways, you can't grab the word the way the meaning that you like, But yeah, that's why, and yeah, you're totally right about Clubhouse and situations that love there and here some different. I have bad experiences here, a lot of bad experiences, with who? With a journalist of sports, ESPN. I don't know what to name it.
Oh, yeah, of course I know. Wow, what a pain in the
And
neck! What a pain in the
horrible,
neck! That old,
horrible,
that old
horrible.
gentleman. Oh my goodness,
And
yeah.
I feel bad. I start to talk in English and tweet in English. I remove my flag from my bio. I don't want to talk about me, okay? But at the same time, Tony has right. You are right about it. But if you go in there, you can open a closed room and with the people. I watch it. I find you, Tonya, Carlos. You have an account in there,
Yeah,
and
it tells you what I've been in there. But I wanted like meaning, is your hand prepared yet? I'm just like watching
you
over here
want
and
to
I'm like,
delete it.
Well,
Do you
yeah,
want to
I
delete?
didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to. I have just two things to address first. To Tanya, I can relate to your clubhouse experience. I had a similar experience in my own space on Twitter. Hence why I don't host anymore without a co-host. And secondly, I have a question for Ugly Bunny about the smart contract. The writer or the coder, I forgot what the term is, but what percentage do they receive for coding that, and what are the stakers earning for holding? Thanks.
So I use Nifty Kit, so they don't actually really get a percentage. They just did it all for me. I paid for a pass, and it made it to where I can make as many collections as I want, up to 9,999 NFTs per collection. It did all the coding for me, so really the only thing it charges me is gas fees. So I get my money, and then I put it away, but it doesn't really take any money from me, which is why I really like it. It helped me do stuff because I can't really code. So I think it's one of the best minting things that I've seen out there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really
can,
awesome.
can you tell us how much it costs to start?
Yeah, pretty cool indeed.
And then your stakers, like, what are they earning for holding, like percentages and stuff like that?
So it's just starting and I'm still learning about it, so I'm not really sure on percentages on how much they get. I do know that you can use their tokens on their marketplace, and you can also use Uniswap and get ETH out of it. And for the first 90 days, you get 2 times the amount of tokens that you would normally get. So it is a really good one. Supreme Kongs use it, WeDrips. I think Undead Sage, if I remember the name correctly, also uses it. There's a lot of big known projects that use that as their staking site, so it's pretty good. I have a post on it which has all kinds of information on how to do it, what's the bonuses and stuff like that.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so that leads me to my next question. Being that the first 90 days you get double what you're staking, what was like the start date? Was it like today? I'm just now hopping in.
So I think it's any day. I don't think there's a specific day that you get it. I'm not exactly sure on that. But I do know you can also keep them staked and still earn tokens for it at the same time. So you don't have to unstake your NFTs to actually earn rewards on it.
I'm a big fan of staking. I love Tron and I stake Tron. I currently made a mistake and took all of my Tron out of my wallet, which actually stopped my smart contract staking thingy. But yeah, you kind of live and learn in this land of blockchain tech. But I really like what you got going on. It's pretty cool. You said a Nifty Kit. I'm definitely going to take a look into what that's about. I'm glad that somebody has created something for us where we can find a more affordable way to find coders so we can get our projects off the ground.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they can come on to do a show with me. I do like all things Web3, so I just like to bring people in because I love to know more about them. I remember when they launched. They were like when they first started out, so I'm glad they're doing good. That what they gave you is a really good deal. How much was it? Do you mind me asking as far as to do for the startup to pay for that to get the 9,000 NFT minted? As far as
So
setting it up.
it's 0.15, and you can have endless collections. The only thing is it's limited to 9,999 NFTs per collection, but it does extremely well because that was something I was worried about. Everybody wanted me to do an actual mint, and they were telling me you had to learn how to code, and that's just something that I wasn't really sure even how to do or where to even learn it. So this was something that was really good. You know, it does everything for you. It sets up the entire thing. It's very good at like basically giving you an easy way to make a mint.
You know, I'm the baby beanie, you know, looking forward to it because I have a daughter. It's beautiful, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, you're so talented. Baby long sleeve organic bodysuit. Okay. All right then. Hannah.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I was telling Tanya that was actually something that I wanted to put out there because I noticed in a lot of merch stores they didn't really have a lot for kids, even though there were so many people that I've met in Web3 that have young children. So I just wanted to make sure that kids could also get merch and stuff like that because my OG ones kind of look really cartoonish and something that little kids would like. So I wanted to do that way. I could have stuff that is more for children as well.
Okay, it's about. Go ahead. Continue. I'm actually DMing Nifty Kit. That's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
working all the merch, and of course you have the donations. You know, I cannot get to the donations part, you know, but I read in your bio or checking your merch, and I want that, you know, the beanie. Yeah, beautiful, and of course, your art is amazing, and yeah, well, you know, I'm being honest. To be honest, like we said here. Yes. Well, Carlos, you had to check out one of those.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to give Ugly Bunny NFT an idea because I love. There are so many bunnies. I mean, being 61 years old, I remember a lot of one of them that I saw. I saw like premiere episodes of Bunny.
You're
They
actually
were very
breaking up,
bad.
Carlos.
And oh, sorry. Now. One, two,
No, no,
three. One,
now
two,
you're
three.
okay. Now you're perfect. Now.
Okay. That I did see the premiere episodes when I was 7 years old or something like that of Star Trek, the original series. And we were watching them in black and white because our country still didn't have TV, color TV. But I was thinking of making a collection of ugly bunnies, make just like taking one part of famous bunnies. For example, you know that Walt Disney was stealing a rabbit. He had Oswald the rabbit was the name, and they took him away from legal issues, and that was the reason that we have Mickey Mouse instead of a famous Oswald rabbit. Also, Bugs
That's
Bunny.
right.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there are, if you check, there are several bunnies across different artists, era, songs. Well, the actual Bad Bunny, of course, not going far away. Well, but I will make an exception with that one because I am too old for liking his music. I have to confess
Oh
that
no.
it's difficult for me when you enjoyed Freddie Mercury I never got to see him live, but I saw Bob Marley, for example, live, and that's some, that's real music. Come on, I mean, nobody's gonna convince me
Yeah.
that what it's being doing now, it's real music. I mean, it's another type of music, but the real music for me will always say, that one is a slave of the kind of raising that you did receive. I mean, if you were raised among pastors, I mean, people taking care of sheep, well, you will be, or a mountain person, you will be always a mountain person at your heart. And I was raised, I am 61 years old, but when I was 11, I mean, the music we hear from, the music I heard from 11 to 21, oh my goodness, I think that the 10 best years of music creation ever, with the exception of Mozart, Beethoven, and all the greats. My Simpson grandfather personality escaped. Sorry, I couldn't hold him inside the cage. Sorry.
You're so cute, Carlos. So, guys, it's 3:11. I want to go ahead and wrap up this space. I want to be mindful to Hannah, because I know she has some stuff going on soon. And I also wanted to make sure that she gives a closing thought, and also tell us how to get a hold of us, hold of her. I mean, and I'll tell you how to get a hold of us. But so Hannah, why don't you tell us? Let's do some closing thoughts, and let's go around the space, and then we can go ahead and wrap up the space. I appreciate everyone for being here, but I wanted to. Oh, my friend, I had two good friends that were here. They just left the space, but my friend Raj was here, who. And Solar Life, and these are two people that I met in June of 2021, and it's random Twitter spaces that no one was allowed to talk about NFT. We were only talking about food and alcohol from all over the world. So it lasted for 6 hours.
Invite me the next time to one of those. You can't invite me.
But I just think that it's so cool to do Twitter spaces and then talk about food and alcohol. And then if you're eating food and alcohol, it's kind of cool to share it and tweet it out. So we were doing something like that for 6 hours. It was a lot of fun. So, okay, so it's 3:12. Hannah, can you go ahead and give us some closing thoughts, and also how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you for having us on here. I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to tell everybody that the bunnies are 0.01. And they are on my bio as well. And to get a hold of me, you can just DM me. My DM should be open, and if not, you can always comment on one of my posts, and I will make sure that my DMs can be reached. But yeah, I want to say thank you for inviting us in here, and I really appreciate the space and the conversations as well.
Thank you so much for being here. And Katrina, any closing thoughts, and how do we get a hold of you? And I didn't even get a chance to let you tell us a little bit about your gorilla game. And I know you're new to the to Twitter Spaces, but we didn't get a chance to give you the mic. Katrina, welcome.
Thank you. No, I'm perfectly happy to talk about bunnies only. That's what we're here for, right? Is to talk about the bunnies. So I just wanted to thank you guys for having us on here and allowing us to speak and put ourselves out there to your community so we can expand our reach. Remind everybody to please do go mint your bunnies so we can be helping the kids, because we depend on those mints and those purchases to be able to continue what we're doing.
And the meaning, did you want to give some closing thoughts, and we'll catch up offline? How are you?
Oh, yeah, I just want to say, Ugly Bunny, Katrina, I think I'm already following you, Ugly Bunny. I just started following you guys, following you, Katrina. You guys, this project is amazing. The purpose behind it is very close to home for me, because I have grown up in different areas in Cincinnati. We were very poor, and I had to utilize the free lunch program. So, we had to utilize the resources in the community where we got free backpacks and school supplies and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to what you guys got going on. And I really am looking to put my disposable funds behind this project.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Our usual day is Sundays, as most of you know, but it was impossible for Bonnie to be here on Sunday, so we didn't have trouble at all to share. And I am so happy that we said yes to that request, and I think it went wonderful. Thank you for helping these schools and doing this labor, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.
And John, you're the last one. Can you give any closing thoughts? I love the fact you're here. We just actually met recently, so I'm loving the fact that you're part of the conversation. Thank you for being here.
Jan, it was you.
Thank you to every single one of you, of course, and Ugly Bunny, I so delighted, and of course, yeah, congratulations to you all, and thank you. And I will be, like we say here in England, I'm England. I'm England is like I will, up to a space about anything, and well, I just have good feelings about what are you doing and what are you doing, and of course, I can see I made your progress, and you have something in there. Yeah, I can watch it. I can sense it. Yeah, I'm not a warlock, but I can sense it. Okay, then. Thank you.
No, thank you. Oh my gosh, what a great Friday. Everybody have an incredible weekend. And this is TGI Friday. And don't forget, on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be in Crypto God Louis' space. We do Louis and music NFT. And if you have any music or anything you want to come share with us, we start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Carlos and I will be back the following Sunday. And I'll let everyone know.
16 February, March, that's 16, I guess. No, 26th of February. That's the next Sunday, not past tomorrow, but the next week.
The following Sunday.
The following Sunday. Yeah, exactly. It's the 26th.
I have to update our website, but we do have a website. It's nftsforcause.socialchats.co. I was in there today, Carlos. I was like, oh my God, I have not updated. And a lot of it is like sitting there. It's all done. It just needs to be updated finish our season 1. And it'll be up in Anchor, and then we'll put it in Spotify and 12 others podcasts. But we have this Twitter Spaces. It's live streamed on Social Chats SF, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this to everyone else. And then if you can hit the replay, you can listen to this. And we're on YouTube, on Facebook. Just do a search. Ugly Bunny NFT. If you can just do a search for your project on all those platforms, just to see, and DM me so I can kind of find it out. I SEO everything I do. I'm a little bit obsessive about that, but again, if anyone comes across any projects that's giving back to their community, please, please, please let us know. We're always wanting to raise the vibration of someone that's giving back. I'm not saying they don't need to give back to a nonprofit that has tons of money behind them. They can just do what Hannah is doing. She's giving back to her community. It takes one kindness. I think today is Random Act of Kindness Day. I think I just saw on Twitter. So everyone go out there, do a random act of kindness, and I appreciate you. And Carlos, until next time, I'll talk to you on WhatsApp. And everybody have a great day. And Terry, you are incredible. Congrats. And Mad Grad Dad, you rock too, by the way. Cheers to everybody. I appreciate you guys. Bye, everybody. And let's give some. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.